Hello, everyone. It's another wonderful day, and it's a good pleasure to be here. I know you're still wondering where's my face. You're going to see me up here right now. Thank you all for joining us today again. It's uh, it's the first series where I'm going to be having guests today, and so I'm just trying to be everywhere to get it set up for this. Thank you. I want to welcome everyone. It's relationship, marriage, and life issues with Joel Osebo. When we got the inspiration and instruction to do this, I was wondering who is it going to impact? Who is it going to influence? And fortunately for me, I was privileged to be speaking to a friend yesterday, and she said to me, "Do you know, EJ, I watched one of your series on relationships, marriage, and life issues, and I was blessed." I said, "Really? Which of the episodes?" She said, "When you talked about the 8 personalities in relationship and marriage." I said, "Wow." She said to me, "Look, it just talked about herself and her husband and the differences they share in their relationship." You know what happened to me immediately? I was super excited that I took the bull by the horn to start this program. And what's the goal of this program? It's just to help relationships today. So many things are going wrong with our relationships today, whether it be business, be it marriage, be it even in courtship, be it spiritual relationship. We are not managing our relationship so well, and there's a lot of conflict that is going on between and among us as people. And I just felt that strong leading in my spirit to, begin to discuss issues that have to do with relationships, that has to do with marriage, and not just these two aspects of our lives, but other life issues that we can discuss and see how we can, think through what the issues are, what the challenges are, and then provide real life solutions that will help us overcome all of these struggles. And so I want to thank you for joining us. I see a lot of people have signed on our Facebook page and also on the YouTube page. Thank you. I know from this month going forward, it's going to be very exciting. We'll be having guests, just coming along to share with me, discuss with me different issues of life that relates to relationships, to marriage, to money, to health, to governance, to politics. But like we got the instruction, at the end of all of this, we'll just take time and we'll just leverage the power of God to pray for his help, because human relationships can be complex. Marriage can be complex. Life issues can be very complex. But we believe one thing: the wisdom of God will always help us navigate all of the struggles and challenges we face in life. Not to hit much about my introduction, I want to invite one of my guests here today that is going to be joining me in this beautiful subject we want to look and we're going to be talking about today: being single and getting married. I tell you, to be a single lady, to be a single guy can be very exciting. It comes with its joy, it comes with its energy and freedom. But at the same time, it comes with its struggle, it comes with its pains, it comes with its challenges. And that's what we're going to be looking at. Some very deep questions we'll be talking about today. But at the end of our goal is we don't want our singles to remain married for too long, especially when they are ready for marriage. And we're going to pray about that. We know that God will give us his grace. All right, quickly, I want to invite my first guest, and she is, oh my goodness. When I was getting married, she was, we call it, the guest singer. I mean, she sang so well, blessed my soul. We've been friends for quite a long time, and she's one person that in the business space, in the spiritual space, and so many other areas of life, she's somebody that believes in the power of relationship. She has a lot of challenges she has gone through, but she's still standing strong here today. Please, I'm talking about Kemi Sola. Please give her a round of applause. Oh, you can see anyway. Woo! Thank you very much. Isn't she looking pretty? Oh my goodness.
Thank you for having me, sir.
You are welcome, Kemi Sola. Yes, we are waiting one for One of the guys, you know something that happened this afternoon? I was actually inviting a guy here, and the guy was coming. I told him, oh man, I made a big blunder there. But it's okay. Kemi Sola, I'm sorry, you're going to be on spot today until the guy comes. Yeah, are we ready for this? Are we ready for this? Okay, quickly, let me put this on my page and so we can keep riding on Kemi. Wow. Kemi, how are you today?
I'm fine.
You're fine the way you're responding.
Yeah, I'm fine.
So how does it feel to be fine and be single?
Okay, how does it feel to be single?
Well, I said to be fine to be single.
Oh, to be fine and
And
to be
single.
single. Well, to be fine. Beauty is in the house of the beholder. So you, so if
Good.
somebody said you're fine, then accept it from that person.
Mm.
But to be single, it it comes with a lot of its own challenges.
Okay.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with being single. Depending on how you view it and what you're desiring God will do. So some people desire to get itched, some don't. So, but according to Bible values, you're actually supposed to be, married if you want to. You can desire to. God has created that for multiplication.
Okay.
So it's actually important in in that sense to be, itched. But whether single or married, fulfilling destiny is another thing. So, are you single and fulfilling destiny, or
Mm.
you're single and just there and being miserable?
There's something that's just welling up in my heart. And I think let's pull that part.
Okay.
Let's talk about the beauty of being single, the beautiful side of being single, and the ugly side of being single. How about that?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. So where do you want to start from? Ugly
The
or
beautiful
beautiful?
side of being single.
All right, great.
Okay, so the beautiful side of being single is that you have authority and um, you have the time to yourself. You have the will to do whatever you want to do at the time you want to do it and when you want to do it. Nobody's asking you, there's freedom. Seemingly, you're happy with that. If you want to lose weight as a single person, is more
Mm.
um, visible than when you're married. I mean, you can just you have your own time. You can work out wherever you want to. You eat whatever you want to eat. As an single adult, you don't have to consider what your partner is going to eat or what the children will eat. I mean, that's yes. Then, I mean, you have more time to more things. You could study if you want to. You could travel and just pick your bag and go whenever you want to travel.
Let me just quickly say something about that. When I was courting my wife, she before she travel because she travels a lot. She's been to Europe, she's been to uh, Asia, she's been to the Middle East. As a single, she was in all of that. That's why sometimes I would tell her, "Oh, you enjoyed life better than I did. I was just busy about church and business. I wasn't traveling, and you were just traveling." So when we
Worried
both got
about
married,
souls.
he said she's going to go to Cuba, and it now dawned on her that she was telling me that she was going to Cuba
Not
because she knows she was still single, we ain't married then.
Oh, okay.
Because she knows that if she want to travel to anywhere, she could go without giving anybody any excuse. But she told me that this is the first time in my life that I can tell a guy or I'm trying to get his permission that I want to travel. That no, I want to travel. I'm going to go to Cuba when I come back because at that phase, I've asked her, okay, will you marry me? So she wanted to go somewhere where she can clear her mind from the noise that I'm putting around her to be sure that this is what she wants. And she actually traveled to Cuba. But imagine if she was married there right now, she can travel.
No, she can travel if she wants to, but she has, attachments to
That's what I'm
travel
saying.
with.
She can't travel right now. Okay, so please go on the beautiful part of her.
Okay, so like I said, you can just pick up your bags and you go wherever you want to go. You can go out. You can even sleep out.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, you can just go visit a friend and stay over. You can, anything you want to do that is personal. Um, Even in ministry,
Yeah,
single ministers like me. I mean, if you're invited to travel or do one thing, you give your you have more time for rehearsal. You have more time for personal prayer spaces. You can attend conferences for 1 week if you wanna. Yeah. So I mean, there's just a lot of things that comes with being single. You're healthier
mm.
being single. Yeah. If you're not somebody who, I mean, I work out a lot these days. So
I see.
if you're somebody who has a child, I mean, you can't just wear your tracks and you say you're out walking. Walking what when somebody else needs your attention? So I mean, those are just the
You make your
things in
money.
you
You're
make
not
your
looking for a
money. Well,
joint
yeah,
account.
you can do 4 jobs if you want to. As a single, just put the time together. Of you take your bag and you're gone. Yeah, you have control over your money. You don't have to explain to anybody what you're spending. If you like, you can buy hair, you can buy because whatever you want to do, nobody's on your neck for. Well, that depends though, because some singles are actually very prudent. You don't buy all the hair, so people are
True.
good with investing and all that. So
Ah, that's good. Beautiful. I agree with you. So there is a very beautiful side to being single. It's not okay, I'm single. This is not happening yet in my life. This has not happened. But it's just a good time to to discover yourself, to discover places, and you know, just save your money because when by the time you're married, it's gonna be a joint account. I mean, it's going to be
that's
tough for
standard.
you, and you can buy what you want. But I also discovered that one of the beautiful part of being single is you can you can actually build stability for yourself
Right.
before you get
Yes.
into marriage. Yeah, I know sometimes people come from different backgrounds, different struggles, and different challenges. But being single gives you that ability to dream, to dream what you want to even experience when you get into marriage. So being a single gives you opportunity to do a lot of things. Plan, dream, you can be who you want to be as a single.
That's right.
Whatever you want to be. You can what you just can be whatever you want to be as a single. Because by the time you are married, you can be what you want to be. You be what both of you want to be. Am I correct, sir? So you have to. But what we can do if there's any question you want to chip in for those of us in the audience. I mean, I have wonderful audience here today. You can just make some chip. Thank you very much. All right, tell me the ugly side of being single, please.
Woo. Okay, so the ugly side of being single. The first thing is being lonely.
Mm.
Sometimes, sometimes I use myself as an example. You go out, minister, come back. You just want somebody to pat you at the
What do you
back and
mean by minister? Because some of our audience might just be wondering,
oh, okay.
what is minister? Are you minister of evasion
Oh, okay.
somewhere back in Africa or is somewhere?
But you already told them I'm a psalmist now when I was coming in. So I'm sure they understand that.
Okay.
Okay,
All
so
right.
I sing, I minister in music, and I also do makeup. So, okay, so let me say this. Maybe I go out all day attending to clients and making them look beautiful and everything. I come back home very tired. Sometimes you just want somebody to pat you on the back and like, oh, well done, today was good, that kind of thing. But you come back to a very quiet space, and it can be sometimes frustrating. So loneliness, yeah, is one of those things that just chips in once in a while when you're single, and if it's not well handled, some people actually go into depression because of this. They kind of lose their minds after a particular period of time if they don't have people who are talking to them, if they don't have friends who encourage them, especially if you're not a Christian, or you're not. Well, yeah, if you're not in that fold where you have people who have encouraging words for you and share things with you, and sometimes if it's not well taken care of, some people actually go into depression. Then for those who have been through breaks and all those things, if you're alone, actually it kind of clicks on some other deeper sense of mental instability. So if you're not like I said, if you're not surrounded by people who have your interest at heart, to switch into mental instability is very quick if it's not taken care of. But another thing is that you can be um, perceived as what you're not sometimes, like false accusations and everything. I mean, I had an experience recently that opened my eyes to things that could actually go wrong just because you're single, even when they know that is not true. So I'm going to say, if you have 4 or 5 friends and you guys are very close, even if you grew up together and you're 5 girls or you're 3 girls, and every other person gets married, and there's one person in that um,
The circle of
clique or
influence.
circle
Yeah.
that is not married, any little thing that goes wrong in, you are just the culprit. Like even if when they know that growing up that you are not, no, that's not the kind of person this person is. But just to find a scapegoat, or just to find somebody that is closest, or the imagination that just draws them that 1, 2, 3, go. Who in this fold is, you're just the one that is the target, and everything. So that's another
Ugly
ugly
side.
side. Then another one that I also recently came aware of is that you become a speck of envy, because now they are all married. Then you seem to have your life together because you're not jumping up and down. You don't have to, when you guys go for parties, everybody say, hey, my children know they need food, or my husband will
You
soon
are
be home.
prayers about it.
You're like, please, I don't have any child that breastfeeding, so there's no need to start. They want to be in your shoes, not because they don't like their husband, they don't love their husbands or children, no, but because of that little imagination. They think that you have all the time and you can do what you want and all that. Oh, you're enjoying life more than they're doing and all those things. If it's not well managed, also, you become a speck of envy, and they begin to walk in unknowingly,
Yeah.
they begin to conjure your downfall. So if there's no understanding in that fold, both parties can actually lose. You can lose, they also can lose. So it's a lot of things going
Oh
on.
man. These three things you just talked about, I want us to see how, because our goal is, while we talk about these life issues, how do we overcome them? Because I heard you say quite a lot, some stuff that could help people manage, because it's an issue. It's an issue in life, and we got to deal with it. Maybe that's why I wanted the guys to be here. Let me get their perspective too, because it's like the way both sexes, manage. Because the guys that I have in the audience, this are you guys single? Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
Respecting the single guy, right?
Yeah.
Is the person you're expecting to
Yeah,
marry?
I pray he comes. He said it's gonna be here, so a little bit late. But it's okay. Let's see how far we can make, because we're also mindful about timing too. So, just like what you said, sir, the way guys handle loneliness is different from the way women handle loneliness. And I mean, it's for guys. But do you guys think guys really feel lonely? You want to come to the mic, please, so that we can hear your voice. Thank you, man. Any of them one. Any of them.
Okay. My name's Donald Abbey. Uh, I'm visiting the church today, and this is a very interesting program. I think being single as a guy is more, you can easily have your way, easily get out of things than a girl, because I I have 6 sisters, and among the 6 of them, 5 of them they are senior to me, and I saw them going through being single. Even me, as a younger brother to them, and a single guy, I'm more free. My mother don't panic the way she will panic you as a girl.
I think that's one ugly part you didn't
Yes,
mention.
I'm trying to go through the ugly part. There are
Yeah,
more. There are more, but she might not just remember
all of them.
everything sitting down here. But it's really tough for ladies being single. A guy, I have friends who are not married now. They are my mates. Some of my mates, they just got married. I'm 49 years old, and see, 49 years old guy, see, fans, but a woman above, that when that time comes, that's where it becomes tough. I think that's the most ugly part it is for a woman
Are
to
you talking
be
about when it's our age?
her age.
Yeah.
Because the age will tell, especially the environment we are from, it will tell. Pressure from family, pressure from those same friends. Because the friends we talk about that they are all married, their husband will become a pressure. I don't want to see her with you. I don't want to see her with you. They won't know how to tell you, but they will start to avoid you. Not that they hate you, but those are the things. So life was being a single for a guy is guys don't get bored. Guys, I have some friends, they'll tell you tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. I was convinced to get married my mates were all married. It's like, come on, do you think you get all the money in this world? I said, I had to go and think about it. I said, okay, let me get married. So I was ready to still be, to still play single till, but for a lady, when you are ready, the opposite sex might not be ready. So that's another challenge again. But a guy calls the shot, say, I want to get married. Because really, when I wanted to get married, I told myself, from this, who is really going to be
So
a
are you
wife
saying
material?
from
Yeah,
this,
it was the life.
the way
Yeah,
you are doing your hands
yeah, when I mean from this, yeah. You have a lot of them because I told you I grew up in the midst of women. So there are a lot of people, even my sister's friend, hey, everybody, but a woman you can choose because we're in the presence of God. He said a man will leave his father and mother and find a wife. You don't click to a woman, but he didn't say a woman. So you can find a man. We can find a woman. That's why a man is more relaxed than a single man.
but I've heard in situations where some women, or rather some ladies, they made proposal to their
No.
man.
Yeah, it's because of the world today, because the same Bible says on that day, on the last day, 7 women will come to a man and say, just let me have a child for you,
Bear
answer
your
your
name,
name.
yeah.
That is the world we are living today, which is the biggest problem, especially the church is facing today. Bad marriages. Like a man of God said, after hellfire is bad marriage. When you are involved in a bad marriage, that's why you see people commit suicide and everything. People run away. I've seen so many marriages where a man will run because the woman pulled the first, shots. It's not the man. So many people are married today. Some marriages are dead on arrival. So I know one of your program, you will talk one day what it really means to get married, which is
Yeah.
We
not just
look
the
forward to that, and I hope you're going to be one of our guests.
I'm available anytime.
Thank you very
Through
much.
my brother.
Let's-
Thank you.
I'm actually going to say
Okay.
something about what he just said about the age. I mean, that's very apt for the moment. And funny enough, I also have 6 brothers. I have 5 before me and 1 after me. So it's the same. He has 5 sisters. I have I have 6 brothers. 5 before me, 1 after me. Yeah. Okay, that's it.
Two of you, are you similar?
So I smell why you said that. Okay, so I can say a bit about men, okay? My brothers, the 6 of them, none is the same. They all have their different. But not talking about that, I wanted to say something about the age. Okay, so there's the age you get to, and even people around you begin to say that, oh, just marry one, you know, just just shall do one, and let us know. And they'll be saying, a woman's flower will soon die, oh. If you don't do this on time, then again you begin to wonder, is it that you should just when a dwarf comes to you say, okay, it's okay, after all is a man, let's just do it. Or, oh please, I'm not saying it's wrong to marry a dwarf, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that
I was coming to ask you that
yes,
question.
I was just what I'm just saying is that anything, even somebody that you see, no matter what the age, is I remember somebody introduced me to someone some time ago, and the guy is a beer junkie, like fantastic person. He doesn't really know God. but he's a good person. And she was like, "You will change him. You would just Kemi, time is going. Just one thing." And I'm like, okay, me, at my life is surrounded. I grew up in church. I know where some kind of tactics, and I told her straight. I said, we die because there is no way we don't understand each other. My views are way away from his. He talked about dead on arrival. You already know you guys are going nowhere, but because he just wanted to wear the ring and answer Mrs. Somebody, so I should go and So age comes with pressure. Okay, apart from the age, also the society, family, they begin to pressurize you that do this, do this. If you don't know who you are, you fall for those things, and that's it.
Wow. This are real life issues, and people have gone through it. People are going through it, and people are going to go through it. And that's what our goal is. How do we now, provide those solutions, those encouragement? Like I heard you clearly. Your your circle of influence, or the circle of family or friends that are around you matters a lot. When whatever stage you are in life, especially being single. And also, I think being single also, the temptation of wanting to be among same flock, birds of the same flock, it's very high. It's very high. Okay, we are all single. Let's mingle together. But it can also be very dangerous because at that point in time, like you said, I know you very well, Kemi. A lot of them might not have your own kind of perception. A lot of them might just, well, there's no guy coming. And I think one of the things singlehood have done is this. Women today, because is it that there's scarcity of men? We're going to get to that. Because of this singlehood, a lot of women have come to the point where they say, okay, the only thing I might just need is to have a child. And it doesn't matter whose sperm that is used, to procreate that child. It's happening. Or women are freezing their ovaries today. There's an ovary bank. They freeze their ovaries because of this age stuff that is it the eggs or the ovary? Okay. I said the ovaries. The eggs, they freeze it so that because of the age factor, so that by the time they get married, that egg can still be very active for fertilization. So many things, those ugly parts gives birth to. So women don't mind just sleep with anyone as long as the man is strong. There's a movie my wife and I watched. What the lady said, she needs a man that is strong, agile to be the father of that baby. But the man doesn't have to be responsible for the child. He will be the one to take care of that child. So it's quite a lot being single, and it's also quite exciting. There's somebody, and we're chatting today. I was going to ask, and that's going to be my next question. Um, Being single and dating. Being single and dating. What do you look for? Or what do you look at for in a man before you date him? And what's that conviction? Why are you going into why the dating? Is it for marriage, or let me see if the guy is it purposeful? Is it intentional? Or is it just to, ease being single at that point?
Okay, is it dating now or courting? Just dating.
You know, how do we cutting dating? Synonym. Yes, just cut a synonym. Okay, let's say, okay, move dating to
So,
cutting.
okay, so yeah, because dating can just be anybody.
Okay.
But we just use that word because it's common. But when you're courting somebody, that means that you are being intentional about the person. And
Okay.
you guys, at the point at if it's actually courting, that means that you are both thinking of settling down together. That okay, this might work actually. Okay. So you're not saying single and dating and courting, right?
You can just, but let's
Yeah.
flow
So
with
what's
both
the
of them.
question again, please?
How do you, from being single, how do you manage both? You're single and you're courting.
Okay. No, if you're cutting, that means you're single.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but in this state now, you are now planning to go under. Okay, as a woman, you're not planning to go under somebody's authority. So, personally, I believe that there's no perfection in any of these things. Whether the man, whether the woman, whether the couple or whatever, there's no perfection. No man is perfect. No woman is perfect. But if we are cutting to settle, then it means that we are now paying attention to more details than we would have done if we were just dating. So, in this state now, I'm trying to see, is this um yes, is it the man for me? Can I submit
Okay.
to this person?
Okay.
Would I be willing to go under this person's authority? Is this somebody that I believe is mentally stable enough to
How do
run
you
my
mean
life?
mentally stable?
Okay. So, so there are some people who um you know when a man wants to settle and when he doesn't want to settle, when he's not ready to settle. Some will still be with you in quotes, and there's somebody somewhere who they are with in quote, and they are just not in one place. So they have more than one eye. I mean, when he was talking, he was
Just
saying that,
like you said,
like
he
he
brought
said, who this
lists.
person,
He
I'm
brought
coming.
lists.
When he said that, he said, is this person or this person or this person? That in quote can be a state of dating. Like, okay, I like this person. I also like this person. I also like this person. But when it comes to courting, that means that you have viewed these three people and you have chosen one, and you're like, okay, I like this person, but she doesn't know how to talk. I like this one, but she doesn't know how to cook. I like this one, but she doesn't know how to wash plates. And you're like, okay, I can manage the one that cannot wash plates because I think I can help to wash plates.
Wait, you want to come? So let's see you in the camera, and then just yeah.
I would say something.
Just-
I will speak from. I will speak for some men, and I will use the example I gave, or rather, or my own life experience. You see, being single, when you are courting as a man, one thing a man should look for. Keep telling people, even when I was working, they asked me to work with a lady. This lady, she was so hot-headed, and they said, my boss said you have to work with her. Later, after 2 years, they called me and said, how did you, in a board meeting, they called me, how did you manage her? How come she's respecting you? I said, I married her. They said, how do you mean? What is marriage? That's where we should come from. What is really marriage? Marriage is like starting up a business. What are you bringing to the table? What am I bringing to? When I met my wife, I told her one thing. I said, this is my mission. This is my vision. I give you 3 days. This is what I want. This is it. Just like a company, because then I just joined a company. I asked myself, so being a man can be unstable, but the man is looking for something. You, as a woman, needs to make the man stable. So if I'm cutting you, and because you know I have another woman, I think you sometimes, let me tell you, eh, I told my wife what I said. Do you know why I married you among the other girls? I was saying, I left them, left this, and I came. I said, whenever I'm with you, you make me feel relaxed. I don't ask the questions. I don't have that fears I have when I'm with the other people. She's stable. She made me, listen, she made me stable. No, she made me stable. So what I'm trying to say here is that you can be cutting somebody. The person might not need you. But the problem we have today, because we are talking to a big audience who have seen their sisters, auntie, the word marriage starts with a man. It doesn't start with a woman. But so many women have put themselves forward these days to say, I want to marry. But the guy you are saying is not ready to get married. Now You said something just now. I have 3 girls. You said this one is doesn't know how to cook. No woman is perfect. If you go with that word, then you'll be blessed. True, no woman is perfect. If you really read the Bible as a Christian, you'll be blessed about it. Let me tell you, my sister and my brother, what I am saying here is that you as a man, you need to look at a woman that, first of all, what home? Let me tell you the truth. Background. What are you doing? What's your dream? Is there a good future? Because let me tell you the truth. You need to, we don't go deep anymore. I followed a friend for an engagement. He said, he asked a question. He said, is this your father's house? So I never paint my house. Let me use my country's language, the way they will ask. That the girl's father's house is not. I said, why are you asking this kind of question? Are you marrying the father or the house? I followed him. He's a friend, close friend of mine. I said, no, because there are so many, not all of us are matured. So, my sister, what I'm saying, from a man's perspective, a woman needs to tie into, you as a woman needs to tie into that man's vision. And if you
Can I
find that,
say something?
yes, sir.
You know, why we try to find a balance here? You don't want to take the path that a lot of women do. Just the way you have a mission, you have a vision. So also women, just the way we are raising our girls,
Yes.
they have their mission, their vision also.
And
So, and the part I think of a single man, because I didn't want us to zero into the single man. He should be a man of vision, like you said, a man of mission, and plus being a good leader. So I think I'll tie that to your part where you said, how do you call it? Mentally
stable.
So that leadership.
There.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that a woman, the fact that a woman cannot cook is not is not stability. I'm just saying that when you look zero in, when he said 1, 2, 3, I said does not mean you were into these 3 people. I'm just saying that you have them around, but you're trying to check this way, like you just rightly said that your wife, you left the rest to be with your wife because she makes you feel stable.
Yes, she helped me.
Exactly
She helped me to be stable.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I'm saying. But listen, I can tell you, a typical woman whose head is on her shoulder will help any man.
Thank you.
If
Thank
the man is ready to be helped.
Thank you.
That's why I said mental stability is important. So if you want to be helped, you have to have been in a place where you are ready.
So just to pick up from here, don't worry, just skip on this seat.
I'm okay. It's okay.
Every single woman, because it's one thing that I'm passionate about God. That's why we have a ministry called M300 for men, because I believe we want to raise up men the way God has destined them to be, because we believe that in our community of M300, sisters will be visited because the brothers will be ready for them. So what I heard you say, what I can hear you saying is, every woman is looking for the man that will provide leadership. Number one. And every woman that truly finds a man that has that leadership potential, it might not be 100% in operation.
Yes.
The guy has that, the potential is there. The guy has a mission. The guy has a goal. The guy is driven. You're ready for marriage. But let me put it this way. Why we're talking about being single and courting and getting into marriage? Why is it that women, or maybe to use the word that way, young ladies can sometimes cause single men to be insecure? Or let me put it this other way. Why do young men or single men feel insecure before women that are driven?
Oh Lord, that's so apt. Okay, so it can be a man, it can be a woman, honestly.
Okay.
It's just more pronounced when it's a man, because you want to feel that the lady is a career woman and everything, maybe she's too much or all that. It's just the typical hierarchy is that here is the man, then the woman, and all that. But once the woman is high up there and somebody is coming along, then even if she doesn't see it, the people around her begin to say, "Oh, look, you are not in this class or one thing, 2 thing." So if you're not somebody who is sensitive, you might lose whoever he is. Okay, but having said that, if you say the man or the man is being insecure because he's uh yeah, he's being insecure because she's more, this the man in question has to be secured himself. Okay. I how you doing?
You're coming in. Why you single men? Single men, do they
They
come
don't
late?
come.
So is that why some men are still single? Because they are not time conscious, or they come late.
I think Obina is a time conscious person.
So you know him, and you know him. Great. Okay, so you were saying?
Okay, so we're talking about why some men get insecure when the women have better careers.
Yeah, why men insecure about women that are
Okay,
thriving?
so I was saying that it could be the man, it could be the woman. But here is the thing: before you, if you're secure in yourself, you don't get jittery with somebody who is high up there. You don't have to be better than her in career, or you don't have to be higher than her or handpick better check or whatever. But if you are confident in who you are, it will be hard to be mesmerized by the fact that she's
Mm.
in a better place or whatever. Why? You deal with yourself first, then every other thing will. I've seen men whose wives are doing far better than they are, but it's because of them. They are the ginger that is making her, you know, because and it, like you said, maturity also. It's just a sense of settlement that okay, whatever it is, even if she's greater than whatever they say she is, she's mine, she belongs to me. And with that, and I also know some men that constantly tell their wife that you can never be better than me in this America. Even when the woman is yet nowhere, but because you can see the
Yeah.
potential that she's going somewhere, that you begin to knock her down and all that. So it's not about the
So
men
it's
alone.
whether a
It's
man thing or a
yeah.
woman thing. So I think that's why one of the beautiful side of being single. You said that opportunity for you to develop
Yes,
yourself,
yes, yes,
to build your capacity, to dream, to tell yourself where you want to go and the plans you've set in place for you to get there. Our time is fast spent, but hoping that thank you for coming. We appreciate that you can drive through all of those traffic to get here. Thank you very much. But since we're just a minute above our time, but I think our audience will give us say about 7 minutes because it's a very exciting subject. We can't really, there's a lot going on in the life of a single woman and a single man. But I'm going to give you about 2 minutes. Being single as a man, what have been the pros and the cons for you? What have been the things you enjoy most being single, being a single man? And what are the things that seem to be ugly? I'll make it 3 minutes.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you so much for
Thank
the
you,
invite. I'm so sorry.
Joel.
Yeah.
Joel on this show.
Nice to see you, Kemi. All right. So, as a single man, what has been the pros? Men normally sometimes like they want to be in a relationship and they don't want to be in a relationship. Let me put it that way. They like their space, right? And they also want a woman in that same whole thing. It's just confusing, but that's what it is. So I don't want to enjoy it too much being single. Yeah, but what I enjoy, the thing I enjoy is that I get to do things my way. Come inside the house, pull my clothes, throw it on the floor, do stuff like that. And the thing I don't enjoy is that you get to sleep at night alone and you don't have anybody to speak to. Or even though you talk to people on the phone, it's different from the fact that you have somebody sleeping by your side, that you can tell her about your day and stuff like that. You guys can plan together and stuff. That's one thing that it's very important. Yeah.
And you're just emphasizing what God said. What God said, it's not good for man
To be alone.
to be alone.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's one thing that
thank you. I mean,
yeah.
what you just said is just a quick wrap up of your thought. I mean, I think we're going to continue this discussion because it's my part of it is the pain that it brings to a lot of young, especially young, the ladies, you're in your mid 30s, you're in your 40s, the pain, the sleepless night, or you're ready for marriage and the man you're going out with is not, don't seem to be ready. Just like what Obin has said, you want to be in a relationship and you still want your space. You want your space. I mean, it can work that way. It can work that way. That's one of the things. I think I wrote it out. I was discussing with a friend and talking about dating and courting, and it just hit my spirit that one of the reasons why being single, whether as a man, as a woman, you're dating someone or you're courting somebody, and your level of response you're expecting from that guy or the woman, you're not getting it. Could be one of the things I got was we don't date God first. We date the sister or the lady or the man. Now, this way I'm going, but it was very profound, that knowledge, when it hit my spirit this morning. When it comes to dating as a single lady or as a single man, it is applicable also in marriage. I'm going to explain that quick. Don't date that man or don't date that guy first. Don't date that lady. You know what? We are human. We take advantage of each other. We are selfish and greedy in relationship. Everybody's going to it for what is in it for me. And that's why it's quick for us. There's so many other questions I wanted to ask about cohabitation, about what we call friends of benefit. You know, knowing that we can get married, we can be friends of benefits, we can live together and all of that. That's why it is going to be a discussion for another day. He said, but if we allow God to date us, because God wants to date us, God knows that person, God knows the guy, God knows the lady. If we date God first, God will make sure, even if that person is wrong for you, he will let you know, don't go after them. Don't spend, because I discovered that, like you all know, whether being single or married, relationship is about time. We're investing time, we're investing resources. You know, it breaks. I've been guilty before. I mean, my friend is here. You date for about 2-3 years, the girl loves you. Oh, this is the kind of man you want to get married to. And in the heart of the man, I may not want to spend. And like Kemi, you said, the guy is pretending to be with you, but his heart is somewhere else. So that time, so being a pastor and seeing a lot of things going on in the lives of people God is bringing our way, sometimes I say, oh, Lord, I'm very naughty. I must be very naughty then doing that. But because people invest time, they invest resources in being single and also courting. But the solution I'm just trying to bring out is whether we're single or married, but being single, see how you can channel that emotion first. Allow God date you. I know it's tough for many of us to compare. I don't have enough time to explain that. But allow God to date you so that the next man that is coming into your life will not date you for selfish reasons. Exactly. It's not your time. So timing, there's also a place of time in this. There's also a place of timing. So there's a lot about it. Yeah, it's an issue. It's another area. Some people are ready to get married. Yeah, some people are ready to get married. It's not coming. But
Some people want to marry, they don't want to have children, their partners want children.
it's another issue. That's why we call it life issues. These are real life issues. But I found out one thing. Let's just wrap this up quickly. Having God date you is a big solution. There might be a lot of struggle for us to accept. You know, just like the Bible said, just as as Christ is to the church, so a man should be to his wife. So a single should be the way Christ and the church is. Because in that process, God will bring the right person away. So, are we praying? Yes, we are praying. And There are lots of do's and don'ts with God because once we really did God, God will guide your path. Time is really gone. Wow, Kemi, Obi, when are we doing part 2 of this?
Anytime you say I will be here, I will be here. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Anytime you say.
Wow, we want to thank all our audience on our YouTube page and Facebook page. Thank you very much for being part of this. We can't even exhaust this because it's a big issue that is really, another one that just crossed my mind. Some people are married, but they're living single. So why are people married but living as single? So I believe sometime maybe before end of the month or sometime next month, we might be visiting an aspect of being single. You know, someone that is divorced is single. How do you manage that position in your life? Somebody that is separated is single. How are you going to manage that? So being single is not just pre-marriage, it's even being in marriage. But I trust God that whatever state you are in, whether single, you're not yet married, or you've been married, but you look as if you're single, or you were married, you lost your spouse, you're married, there was a divorce, you're married, there was a separation. My prayer is there is one who doesn't see you as being single. And that's God. You and God can do so much more. I tell you, you and God can bring joy into your heart that a man or a woman cannot bring into your heart. All I just encourage everyone out there, date God if you're single. If you're married and there seem to be struggles and challenges in your relationship, let God be your spouse. Because God said, I'll be the husband to the husbandless. It's written in the scripture. And my prayer is everything will work out well for you in your relationship. You can reach out to us. You can go on our church Facebook page, our website. Then we also have a website called Before and After You Say I Do. You can give us a call. You see on the screen, we have phone numbers there. You can call us. We've been licensed to provide premarital counseling for people who want to go into marriage and for people who are married. My prayer is God will bring beauty to your relationship. Until we meet again next week, Wednesday, same time, 6:30, we are going to be here discussing all the issues about relationship, marriage, and life issues. Please join us and also invite a friend to join us. And for our live audience, thank you very much for being part of this. Thank you very much. Until we meet next week, Wednesday, 6:30. Thank you, Kemi. Thank you, Obina. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.